there. Welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening Journey podcast, and today is in episode 161. Today's episode is a continuous episode from the previous one, where I mentioned what happens if your twin flame doesn't choose you. And I was waiting for one comment to make this episode. And the comment sounds this way, because I know many of you who listened to the previous episode had that thought, had that feeling. And this is why I always say many truths can exist at the same time, in the same place, in the same moment. And it might be sometimes confusing for the mind because we are fixated. We think this is the way it is, and we see the world through our own perspective. And I want to bring some light into this today. And there are many topics I will talk about it, and especially the true essence of the twin flames. Because once you have been able to realize what is the true essence of the twin flames, you will stop that obsessive thinking, the suffering, the longing, the looping, and so on. And the comment was like this, and I love this comment. I'm gonna really say I really, really love your perspective, because I can feel them energetically. And I know that many of you who listened to the previous episode had that thought, had that feeling. And the comment is like this: actually, you lie to yourself when you stay with others, even family. Because you can't fully love your husband with your twin flame in your heart. You can normally love someone else with all your love, but in your heart, you have your twin flame. You actually run away from your twin. And I love this. And it made me to pause for a moment. And I asked myself, I didn't want to respond to this from my ego of going in and saying, no, you don't know what is my journey about. I know the ultimate truth because of this and that. And I really wanted to go deep in there and ask myself, am I lying to myself? Maybe I am just making this journey and my choices from the place of familiarity. Maybe I make these choices because it feels safer. And I wanted to sit down with this because I didn't want to listen to my mind. I wanted to listen what my soul is telling to me. And that's why I have always said on my workshops, on this journey, on everything, I am not here to bring your twin flame back to your life. I'm not here. I am here to help you to become a higher self, that you will hear what is the highest alignment to live with your soul, with live in a place of love, where you don't need to feel that feeling inside of you that something is lacking inside of me, something is not there, I need this to feel happy, I need to have this and that. And today's episode is very much in many layers. I will be getting into this answer, what my soul was telling to me about this connection at the end of the podcast, because I want to tap on into few things beforehand. And then at the end, completely at the end, I will share what I shared on our last workshop about the game, the video game of a twin flame journey. And those of you who would like to know, are we in a simulation? What is going on with us? What is it there? You can listen to it. It might not be for every one of you, but it can be maybe eye-opening for this journey. Right before I go into all of this, I want to say that it turned out that one of the souls cannot join us for the Bali retreat in February. So we do have one bedroom in a shared bedroom available right now. And you could still get this with an early bird price. So please, if you feel that Bali is calling you and you want to experience Mahashivaratri, Chinese New Year celebration, and all of the Balinese energies on that time, then might be that Bali is calling you, and there is a one bedroom available that is shared, but I'm going to tell you the bedrooms are beautiful. There's plenty of space, and you have your moments, so it's not at all bad idea. And I know many people who have been on the retreats and they share the rooms with someone have made a lifelong friends for themselves that they until today communicate. They travel to see each other. So don't be afraid of that. So if you would like to have more information, twinflameawakeningjourney.com. All right. And on the last podcast, I mentioned that many truths can exist at the same time. This is why I love our community, because my journey and my truth might not be yours, and your journey and your truth might not be mine, but it doesn't mean that it's less of a truth. But I want to bring in an idea of twin flames, because recently I have seen a lot that we're starting to confuse twin flames with soulmates, or if the soulmate relationship breaks apart and we do think that this is my twin flame. I really want to tell you something, that your twin flame is you as a love. And often one of the biggest signs that you have met your twin flame is that you had an intense spiritual awakening. Many times the Kundalini can start to rise inside of you. For all of us, it's different ways, but that's one of the main things. The twin flame journeys can be very different. Some of us have the relationship together. Some of us have a very short moment, maybe a day, maybe an hour, maybe just a glimpse of an eye. Because of the time is an illusion. It doesn't mean how long or how intense it was. Energy does not care about it. But one of the very big misconceptions of the twin flame journey is that it has to be a romantic relationship, or you must choose your twin flame to be happy. And this is a very slippery road. Why? Because we fixate our mind that this person makes me happy. I could never feel the fulfillment if I'm never happy. And that was also one of the things when I asked myself, am I lying to myself? And there were many messages that were coming to me when I realized what is my truth, what my soul was speaking to me. And why I do the way I do is the fact that I am a believer of becoming a higher self and living from your authentic truth, because it has many layers. Because when you live from your authentic truth and your twin came to activate this part of you, maybe not their ego, but the essence, the energy came to activate this inside of you. To live, that you would live and speak and be from your embodiment. Because I am not anymore the same person I used to be. And it was a long run, and that's why I do not bring a lot of personal things. Recently I have shared a little bit more, but there are many layers of my journey. If you would have asked me the same question a couple of years ago, I would have been the exact same of saying, no, but my twin flame, I have never felt such a love as I'm feeling my twin flame. And that's the truth. I did feel love that I have never felt before meeting this person. But the love was not him. The love was what ignited inside of me on that time, on this moment. And what I had to do was to embody this. And I will talk about this a little bit more. But why this episode is here, and I know it's very triggering. But I am not here to sell you or keep you in a loop of telling, yes, I know how you're going to get your twin flame back. I know how you're going to have. And honestly, if I'm going to tell you, I would know how to do it. Just text your twin flame. Just say, I want to be with you. I love you. Come to me. And it can happen very quickly. Just do what the 3D is doing. But your twin flame came to ignite something very deep about you. And can it be a relationship? Absolutely. I have never said it cannot be. But this is not the end goal. The end goal is that you will become your higher self through this intense awakening. Is it fun? No. I'm going to say it destroyed me. It absolutely destroyed me. And the way I see it today, this world, is not the way I was seeing it on the first place. And that's why I understand for each one of your levels. I understand the level of obsessive thoughts, longing, pain, not sleeping, not understanding what's going on with you. I understand the ideology that if I have my twin in my life, I will be the happiest person because I feel and we are such a good match. I've never been better matched with anybody else. I understand the feeling of want to be with a person who makes you feel good. All of this is real and this is not nonsense. And I also understand the fact that having someone next to you is important. And I've noticed one of a big thing. We are actually all longing for love. We are longing for a person to be next to you. Another day, a beautiful soul told me, imagine 3 days without your husband, without your children, that no one is hugging you, no one is kissing you, and no one is there for you. And if I'm going to be totally honest, I don't want to imagine that because I have so much love with that and I am so blessed. It's the same way I felt on a retreat, how blessed I am that I have these moments of sharing, laughing, hugging, all of this. It's a gift. It's a gift of feeling alive, feeling love, that everything is present and even in pain there is love. And that's the ultimate truth. You will hear about the video game where I talk about that. What's the point of all of this? What's the point of a life? What's the point of it? And it's very paradoxical because somehow nothing is important and at the same time everything is important. It's a journey. But becoming your higher self is a calling over here, whether we like it or we don't. Yes, it would be very easy for me to sit here and play the same old record of saying to you, I know how to get your twin flame back. I will do this for you. I will do that for you. And I keep you on a loop forever. Because the truth is we can't change anybody else, but we can listen to our own soul and connect to it. And I loved why one of the souls, when she was on a retreat here, she was a year before, and now she's a year after. And the way she expressed the story, and I'm going to read this because I saw her very differently. And why do I talk about this? It's because when we will be having, and don't get me wrong, we are tribal beings. We are meant to be with everyone. And that's why I say that if you would like to attract the highest possible love, magnetize the best possible outcome from you, it comes from becoming a higher self. Yes, you might have lessons that you have to learn. The karmic lessons, the things, there can be all on the way, and that's okay too. But if you are listening to this podcast and your heart has opened, your soul is asking you to start to live from your truth and from your heart. Because then it can send you the best people, the best love, and however the love is going to manifest into your life, believe me. And if you are sitting there and wondering, my twin flame is the only love, I understand where it comes from. Believe me, I've been on the exact same spot. Exactly there, where I felt that no one can fill that place. And I had no love at the time for my husband at this time. Because my way was only, I need this. But it was like a drug. It was like a drug. It gave me the high, it gave me the spike. But then I was looking for more and more and more and more. I'm not going to say that you can't be with your twin. I have so many in our community now that are with their twin. But I also have those who are not with their twin and have found the love that is, they feel it in every single cell of their body. And why? Because they are love. They are now love. And everyone's journey and everyone's path is different. For some of us is a year, for some of us is 5, and for some of us is 40 years. Time is also a certain way of an illusion. You know that we are making the time. But I wanted to read you what this person said, because the change from the previous retreat to this retreat stays in my heart forever. Because when she was on the first retreat, she could barely talk. She could barely express herself. There were a lot of tears. And this time she was like a shaman, walking around, being confident, being in love. She was a light that everyone wanted to be. That's so beautiful to witness, believe me. And that's why I have never said on my podcast that I will teach you, or my workshop, how to get your twin, how to manipulate your twin to your life, or how to make things happen. I've never ever, because my soul doesn't even allow that. Because the first thing my soul says, it's time to help people to become and live from their higher self. And when they live from their higher self and from their authenticity, they will attract everything that it is. And if it's your twin, that's beautiful. If it's not, it's beautiful too. And I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm going to tell you, you will never lose. You will never, ever lose, because the person you're going to have in your life brings you so much joy and so much love. And it is, and there always has to be. I love that comment where it said also that because your twin lives in your heart. That's true. He will always live in my heart, because why he shouldn't live in my heart? He changed my life forever. But now if you would ask me, do I see living with my twin? And the very first true honest answer is no. Because we have very different paths. We have very different ways we see the world. And it doesn't mean that I have less love for it. That's why I say many truths can exist at the same time. And then there was this one of the thing when I received this, I felt one of the thing that, and maybe there is a timeline right now that has a different truth and preaches that truth. But it's the truth that is on the highest timeline there, and that's how it works there. Because I feel at this moment I'm living in my highest timeline. There is so much love that sometimes I don't even know how to put this into the words. God has given me the gift through that pain and through that twin. But I know where you are at, and I don't ask you to feel the way I feel. I don't ask you to see the world the way I see. You have your lens and your awareness how you see it. And if yours at this day and time is your twin is the ultimate love and the only relationship, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let it be. But if you are in pain, obsession, judgment, all of that, then maybe it's not the highest timeline. But it's a process, all right? It's a process. Don't judge yourself based on emotion you're going through. So I will read. Wow, I just listened to Bee's latest podcast. I think it must have been my favorite one. Every word resonated. Looking back at my journey, it all makes sense. How bad it hurt me when my twin married someone else after we have met. How I cried my heart out almost every day this entire year. How painful and lost I felt to dissolve from a relationship that lasted more than half of my life. I chose these experiences. I was testing myself if I can remember who I am. Recently I feel a new sense of love towards myself. I truly fell in love with me. I think I'm perfectly awesome and I don't rely on anyone to give me love or to show me I'm lovable. With that, I'm also walking and breathing in confidence that really awesome people will come into my life and stay, like all of you. And I don't care anymore if I can be with my twin tomorrow or in 10 years or longer, because I'm living my life to the full every day anyway. I don't need him to be happy. It's also new to me that now I'm open to other love possibilities, whereas it was impossible for me to be interested in anyone else. And I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. Now I just want to enjoy a life and have fun. Thank you, B, for sharing your story. I don't remember sharing you in such details. it was resonating hearing your own experiences. Yes, I've said many times here that I haven't shared all of that. There are many bits and pieces because my journey is not about yours. But maybe the wisdom or what my soul wants to share ignites something inside of you that you feel it's time to listen to my soul. It's time to connect to it because at the end of the day, I want to live from my highest truth. I want to serve the way I'm supposed to. Why am I fighting against myself? And on Twin Flame Journey, whether we like it or we don't, your twin comes and ignites you. Twin Flame is not your soulmate who would be nice, steady, grounded, helps you to live your life. Soulmates are all our friends and our partnership. That's why soulmate love is not as intense as so-called twin flame, because twin flame love is to ignite you, to open you, to show you who you are. And when the Kundalini gets awakened, you feel the love, but you also feel that love inside of you that you have never ever felt before. Many of you have felt the sexual energy without being sexual with your twin or without anything. How is that possible? Where that comes from? Does it come from another person? No, it's inside of you happening. That's what it is. It's you. And the persons whose message I read today, you should have heard her on a retreat when she came out of the inner dance and she had that experience with a divine being, where she was fighting with a divine being of, yeah, it's all love and all connection and all of that, but what's the point of this? What is the whole thing? And people are suffering. And the way she was coming into how the divine was talking, it was so beautiful and powerful. That's why I love our retreats, because there's so much truth that starts to come through the people, because the soul awakens into the space where I'm okay of sharing this. I'm all right of telling this. And the same with workshops and everything. I am blessed that I can see this kind of transformations, because when this happened to me, that I was coming back from a retreat and the enormous love I had towards my husband, because I all of a sudden became loved by myself. And I saw him through the lens of love, not through the judgment that he doesn't do this, or he's not this, or he's not there, or all of these kind of things. I started to have so much gratitude towards men. I felt men are doing so much, but I keep on blaming them. I keep on going into that space. And that was my part of it. That was something that had to be healed. And again, why my twin came to my life. I've said many times, my twin reflected a lot of things that were wrong about my marriage, are wrong about my life, are wrong about who I am, because that was the mission of coming. And coming to this twin flame concept, I'm not here to, because sometimes I also hear many of us are getting into the space of, and I know how much dopamine we get from it when we keep on getting the message, yes, your divine masculine is feeling the pain, your divine masculine is this and that. But I just want to tell you one little thing. If your twin flame is you, why do you want them to suffer? Why do you want them to feel pain? Because if it's you, you're giving this to yourself. Think of it for a moment. Just have a moment for 2 seconds. Your twin is you in another body. And but I understand from the mind, where the mind comes in and thinks about, this is why all of this, everything works very well, what you see on social media and YouTube and everywhere, where it's like, your divine masculine is like that, the divine masculine is feeling this is a very electric, and your dopamine is going, yes, that's true, yes. But then who you're harming is yourself. And I know I've been on that place too. I'm not asking you to believe what I say. I'm not asking you to live for my truth. But what I'm asking is to find your truth in silence, in stillness. And that's why when I received that comment, I loved it because I felt energetically a lot. Many of you felt this way. They felt, oh, you are not in a union with your twin flame. You don't know anything, because true twin flames are the ones that are in a union within a relationship. And only way of mastering the twin flame union is by being in a 3D relationship. Can I tell you something? That human relationships are very complicated. And if they are not from the place of love, there's also a lot of place of trigger. And we know that twin flame is a trigger. I've seen many twin flames being together now. And in one way or another, now they are coming to me to realize we are somehow, somewhere out of balance. Not from the place of judgment here, not at all. But why I say this, that our mind works of believing, oh, look at this person is in a union with their twin flame. They must know what they're doing. They might know what they're doing, but maybe that was their path. And now they are preaching again their journey, their thing to you. And you start believing their truth without discovering your own truth. Your truth can absolutely be that your life is to be with your twin flame, have children, have family. Absolutely. I've never said it cannot be. But also for many of us can be very different. That let's say you have a different love coming into your life. I obviously started to read The Alchemist again. And I loved one of the things that stood out from there was the fact that every blessing becomes a curse or disguise when we don't see it as a blessing. God sends us sometimes a suffering because eventually it can be a blessing, but if you curse it, it becomes a curse. So that's why also sometimes can be a new person coming to your life. And you might not feel it, but let them to teach you what they have to teach you or show you. I'm not saying you have to be in a relationship. None of these things I'm not saying. What I'm trying to say is be open what the universe is trying to give you and show you. And when on my last episode, I just really, because I know that pain. I'm here to really understand. I know the longing. I know the obsession. I know when you cannot sleep, you cannot eat, and there is something has taken you over and you cannot stop this, and that part of the process. And your twin might choose somebody else, and that might even hurt even more. Because if your mind was fixated, how it's going to be the outcome. And this is where the twin flame teaching becomes very comforting, because the honest answer is not comforting the part of you that is longing, but it is profoundly liberating to the part of you that is awakening. And I just need to repeat that in one way or another. Because when we get fixated into something, our mind gets fixated, I'll tell you, you will build yourself a jail. That's why information can be sometimes very scary. We have seen this with the cults, with the things. You start believing that this is the truth, while your soul is trying to jump out of it and say, I don't see the world like this. I don't see it like that. I believe the same issues with religion certain ways. If someone says to you, this is the only God, this is the only one you can pray for, and your soul says, but I feel connected to that tree and I feel that this is there, but you are not allowed to. And now you are in your own little prison. And that's why twin flame awakening is very beautiful. It's very powerful. And I wanted to say that you cannot make your twin flame to choose you. And I will explain that what I received from the message moment, because I could choose my twin flame. That's the truth too. That's absolutely the truth. My twin flame is in my life. We communicate. We share our life. So if I would like today, for example, I could choose my twin and be in a relationship. But what's very funny and interesting is that my soul immediately says, but you know that you'll not be happy. And how paradoxical and how comforting is that? What it means that I won't be happy. If twin flame is your ultimate love, you will be happy. My twin flame is the love because my twin flame is me as a love, but not from the 3D essence. Did I think of this when we first met? No, because I couldn't see it. I couldn't see how we are living different worlds, different ways. We have different way of pursuing the world. And that's beautiful too. That's why I say I respect everyone's truth. Because my truth might not be yours, but we could coexist and love. And I know that for a very long time, for my twin was also hard of the fact that, let's say, I don't choose him. And there is a big story behind it. But I will get into this step by step because there are many layers of it. And it's not that I'm not choosing my twin. I'm not choosing actually anybody except myself. And that is and that's why when I said before, I'm living from my highest timeline, it's not about the person. But I'm gonna really mention this thing when I went into a deep meditation because I was thinking on my own. I don't want to reply to this from my ego, where it comes in of me saying, I know, I am, my marriage is like, I don't even know how to speak sometimes from the ego because of, like I don't have that, I don't know, maybe the ego defensiveness or something like this. I get very troubled, but I understand what I'm trying to say is the fact that, yes, that my truth is that my marriage is the best. And no, I wanted to really know, but maybe I'm lying. Maybe I am truly lying to myself. And I'm just going to tell you what happened. I went into a deep meditation and I was sitting there and I said, am I lying to myself that I'm staying in my marriage with my husband? Am I not loving my husband? And actually I should be with my twin if I feel like. And the very first answer that my soul told me back was, imagine yourself for a moment without your husband. Imagine that he is not here right now. Let's say he's gonna go and have a relationship with someone else. Will you be happy? And I was sitting there and I said, no, I will not. It will break me again because there is something magical between us. And then my soul said, well, then here is your answer. There's a magic in between you. How long is the magic? It's up to your journey. And then my soul asked me again, but look, what has happened to you when you have come to your highest timeline? You got Lily. Have you felt more connection to the divine ever before after having her? I said, no. He said, yeah, hola, you see. What you have with your person is there because of you are creating the divine together, right now, right here. Don't think about it if it's lie or truth. If you feel this in your heart, this is your truth. It might change in the future. None of us know certain ways what is written already there. But if you are right now, right here, you feel the love. And honestly, answer me honestly, do you feel the love? And my answer was yes, I feel. I'm so excited to wake up in the morning. I'm so excited to laugh, to hug, to make silly jokes, even to sometimes argue, or even to sit in a silence and just look at. And the recent thing I've recently realized is looking into people's eyes deeply. I get lost in there. And I do get lost in my husband's. I never loved him actually more than I love him today. And my soul said, well, then the love is within you. And it's manifesting through the mirrors. Everybody is your mirror. Everybody is showing you. And you have lessons together and missions together. And it was ongoing and ongoing from here, but this is what I came across with. This is the truth of today. I feel the love. Can I deny it? No, I cannot. Can I explain why is it like this? No, I don't know. I don't know why I feel the love like that. And the same comes to many of you when I'm thinking of some of you. I feel so much love towards you. But do I know why I love you? No, I don't. It's just, I feel. And I know it sounds crazy for many of you who are in a state of longing and obsessing, and I know that. I've been on this place. But through all of this meditation and practices and kundalini and all of this, it's like there's something else now. Something is there. And I hope all of you will feel that one way or another one day. Because it's not about me being right or wrong, or it's about me being right now, right here. And do I feel love? I do. I don't want to miss out any of this. Maybe that's why I'm so excited to wake up in the morning. Even if I had a very long day, at 5 o'clock I want to wake up, open my eyes and be, wow, what's going to come today, or where I am. And I'm not actually even asking. The recently how I eat the food is like I feel it, everything. It's beautiful. And I'm going to say that my life is very busy. I have 3 little children. I have a full-time job. I have this podcast. I do the workshops. My life is very busy and it's filled with, but I don't feel it's busy. I feel it's present. And maybe I am wrong. But I love this wrong. Yeah. And then there was after, I was sitting down a little bit and putting certain things down. And this was what was coming through me. And also, when I talk about the marriage or relationships on Twin Flame Journey, because it's often a case that it happens. And then our mind and the longing and the heartbreak is so hard because we feel we are not chosen. And I know that. But that's also human. So don't escape that part. Don't skip that part. But also don't identify with that eventually. Because you are chosen. You're chosen by the God to come here. And so what I wrote from that after, from the channeling, came out like this. Here is the truth of my experience. Yes. Meeting your twin flames open your heart in a way nothing else ever has. And yes, the connection awakens your soul. Opened my kundalini, shook my foundations, and rewired everything I thought that love was inside of me. My love was about controlling. My love was to people please. My love was to make sure that everybody else is happy, because if everybody else is happy, then I am happy. But I am not responsible for everyone's happiness. The happiness comes within them, not with me. But for a very long time I believed. But awakening doesn't force you into a particular life choice. This awakening actually expands you. Awakening gives you sovereignty. And that awakening taught me that love is not possession and truth is not obligation. And sometimes I feel that what we forget as humans, that a twin flame is not here to replace your life, that they are here to transform your consciousness, because that's why they came. This would have never happened in this way, and why we call Twin Flame Awakening Journey, because it awakens your consciousness to the state that has never been there. So the purpose of this activation, that connection, that feeling of home, is not necessarily union in the physical world, because this activation leads you into deeper alignment, or maybe in a deeper delusion. It depends how anchored we are in our own hearts. And for me, my truth, my path, choosing my family was not a lie. I remember of saying that I don't choose my twin flame because I don't want any more children. And then Lily came. And I have never felt more humbled in my life than I feel now. Because Lily taught me something, that I am the portal. I am the portal that can bring life into this world. What a gift God has given me. I am the one who says, I hold you here until it's safe to come and feel what it is to be a human. Because that soul, that energy decided it's time to feel the human experience. And it humbled me of realizing it's not about what I think and how things should be. It made me to realize that if any other soul is ready to come to this world, which one ever away, and if my body is a portal for that, then it's good. And that was not something I was thinking before at all. So Lily taught me again to become humble, of realizing I am the vessel of this universe. I am the universe, and I have to surrender to the current. So if I wouldn't have chosen my family, I don't know if I would have ever met Lily. But something inside of me told me to do so. And if it's a right or wrong, I don't know. If it's a lie or a truth, I don't know. But I know it feels good. Choosing my family in that sense was an act of love. And I'm gonna tell you, it takes a courage to choose the soul connection that awakens you. But it takes even a other courage to choose the life that aligns with your highest timeline, highest integrity. Because awakening isn't about chasing intensity, it's about embodying the truth. The truth that your soul tells you. So yes, you can always love your twin flame energetically and still love your partner fully, honestly, and consciously. And when I spoke to my soul, and it said, if I remove, and we humans are sometimes in this life, we believe that we don't see what we have. And when God removes that from us, then we are feeling sad. And the same question was like, if I would not have my partner in my life, would I be happy? No. I know that. No, I won't be. He is my best friend. He has shown me the love I've never seen, somehow the love when I didn't see the love. But my twin flame awakened that love. But it doesn't mean I'm going to love anybody less. So the idea that you can't fully love your husband or your wife if you love your twin flame is a misunderstanding of what awakened love truly is. And I'm not going to say that some of your journeys and chapters can be finished by today. Yes, some of the journeys with your husbands, with your wives can be over. And that's okay too. That's absolutely okay. I don't think that this is a wrong thing at all. Because if you are asking yourself today, am I loving? Am I feeling the love? Number one, am I feeling the love towards myself? Am I loving myself so much that I could sit here for hours just within me and feel it? If that answer is no, don't ask the next answer, because the love has to come from next question, because the love has to come first within you. But if you feel the love within you and you feel you're connected to the earth, to the nature, to the every single human being on this planet earth, and you feel the love, then you can ask the next question. Is that relationship I have with my partner over? And if it is, the answer is yes, then this is your truth. And if the answer is no, then that's also your truth. Dig deeper, see what the universe is trying to show you. And if the connection forces you to abandon your family, your values, or who you are, then this is not love, this is compulsion. The true twin flame energy guides you back into the wholeness, to the oneness, to who you are, not away from those you love. Because your twin flame is truly your mirror, then the love you build is your life, the loyalty you embody, the compassion you have, and also that honors your twin flame. Union does require proximity. It requires consciousness. And if your twin flame connection was really real, then your twin flame souls already honors that choice. Because soul love does not demand that you sacrifice what is sacred to you. And that's another thing I often say. I know how much it can hurt when your twin can choose somebody else or doesn't choose you. But don't hurt them back by through hurting yourself, of saying, oh, the person they choose is bad, they're going to have a bad life, they're going to have bad this. As that is you. So don't wish yourself. If they have a lesson to learn, they have a lesson to learn. And you're learning this in a different ways. Let it be. Let it be. And I know our human mind has very hard to process what I'm talking. I know that. And sometimes I feel I don't even want to say these kind of things. But then my soul says, but if you are not saying, who else will say it? And our human mind can fight here and say, I don't want to believe in this. I don't want to connect to this. This is not real. This is not true. Whatever is that. And on my next episode, because it continues from here, I will talk about it. How you can handle this, how you can get into this a little better. And from the place of love, not from the place of right and wrong, truth or lie. It's from the place of what your heart is telling you. Because I think that's what all of you actually want. You might be thinking you want your twin, and I remember I was in that. But the truth is you want to know what is the possible way for you that you wake up with an excitement. You feel the love, you feel the connection. It's like Sadhguru was saying, if the person is in love, everybody feels love. And I just want to say one more thing before we go into the video game, that stop assuming that the twin flame path has only one correct ending. Union in the physical is not measure of success, and union with yourself is. Every twin flame connection awakens differently, and for some, yes, it leads to partnership. For others, it leads to purpose, spiritual expansion, embodiment, while staying in the life they have already chosen to love. And today's episode is a little bit different than it's been before, but why I wanted to say it, because I know that you feel this way. And me opening up a little bit more of what's behind the scenes can be triggering and can feel, oh, she doesn't know anything. Who is she to say how to get into union? She doesn't even live with her twin flame. Who is she? She chose her husband. She's lying to herself. She should be with her twin flame because that's the only way of being. And I agree where it comes from. And I know that this person who left the comment, it's not from the bad place at all. And don't get me wrong, I loved it. I really loved it because that made me to stop for a moment and say, let me listen what my heart is telling me. Because sometimes we might be convincing ourselves into place that this is the best. And I had the most beautiful time of hearing. And here is some parts of it I share today. So that's why I say that I am not here to ever keep you on a loop or doing things for you to say, oh, yes, I know how to get your twin back. I am together. I could lie. I could tell you, yeah, I am with my twin flame. We have an amazing relationship together. Look at us. It's a divine love. It's the most beautiful. Meanwhile, I'm seeking for attention. I'm seeking for this. I'm seeking for validation. I'm seeking for the next. No, I don't seek anything. I'm thankful that you are here and listening. And if that ignited something inside of you, that's the best outcome. All right, listen to the part of where I'm talking about the video game, because that was in our second workshop. I always say that, oh yeah, the both workshops are the same. Not always. So listen to this part that might be igniting. Today's episode is a little bit longer in that sense. You don't have to listen to it, so you can close it down here and say, this is all nonsense, what this lady is talking. This lady does not understand and doesn't want to admit that twin flame only purpose is to be in a relationship, in a connection, because that's what I want right now. And she has no idea what she's talking about. And I honor your truth the same way. I might not have any idea. But ask yourself today, will be that the end happiness for me if I just have my twin? I'm not going to say we can't have the relationship because we are tribal and it's meant for us to be in the love. Anyways, you take what you needed to take from here. I'm gonna go now into what we had on the second workshop, because I am very much into the simulation and video game and all of this, that this life a video game and what's happening. And we had the second workshop, and then one person brought it up how she's playing Sims, and on Sims there's her character and her twin character, and they were saying some things for each other which were all about the simulation and so on. And it was very interesting how it played out. And so I thought, and then I shared something that I had written out. It's much bigger in a version, but I tried to simplify with certain words in certain ways. There's a deeper explanation, but if we need to keep that for the future. And so maybe it's interesting for some of you. I'm just going to say it might not be the thing at all for you to listen, and you would think that's a complete nonsense, or will bring you a different perspective of this journey. I don't know. You decide. I'm telling you, once you've been doing quite a lot of inner dance in your life, the consciousness and awareness starts to function a little differently. So, what is the game? So, video game with 3 levels. Okay? So, listen to it, and you can later on leave your perspective. Life is like a game where consciousness learns to remember what really is love through experience. Most of them agree on few things. You are more than your body and your thoughts. Soul, self, spirit, fitra, Buddha nature, Atman. The real win condition is love, compassion, justice, and truth. Suffering isn't punishment, it's a teacher that wakes you up. You have freedom, free will, choice, and what you do shapes you. Karma, sin, virtue, cause and effect. The end game is some form of union. For example, Jesus, the kingdom of God is within you. Buddha, Nirvana, Quran, surrender to the One. Shiva Shakti, realization of self as the same consciousness as divine. So now let's turn this into certain ways of the video game. Level 1, the ego game. Name of the game is I, me, mine. Your role is to be the sleepwalker. And the main question of this level is, how do I survive and get what I want? This is where almost everyone starts. What it feels like, you feel like a separate character in a hostile world. Life is all about safety, success, approval, and pleasure. You are driven by the fear, desire, and comparison. So how does let's say the spiritual leaders or anybody has seen that before? Buddha, you're trapped in a samsara, the cycle of craving and suffering. Jesus, the world, as in egoic values, greed, pride, judgment. Chauvinism, identification with the body, mind, forgetting your true nature as Shiva and Shakti. So in this game, what would be the mechanics? You chase money, status, relationship, achievements. Your emotions swing a lot, high when things go really well and crushed when they don't. Pain feels meaningless and absolutely unfair. The bosses of the level 1, fear. I'm not safe. Shame. I'm not enough. Scarcity. There isn't enough for me. So how do you level up from this stage when you are playing right now your video game? At some point, success doesn't fill the emptiness, or pain becomes too strong to ignore. And that creates a spiritual glitch in the matrix. And you start asking, there must be more than this. The pain is too unbearable. There must be more. And that question is the door to the level 2. Level 2 is the heart game. Name of the game is We Are Connected. The role of the game is the healer, the seeker. And the main question, how do I live in truth and love? So you start to realize other players aren't just NPCs. They are me in different forms. What it feels like, you care more about meaning than an image. You start seeking spiritual text, teachers, practices, therapy, healing. You feel more love, but also more sensitivity. Your heart is opening. How do the tradition describe this level? Jesus, love God, love your neighbor as yourself, live from the heart, forgive and serve. Buddha, ethical living, mindfulness, wisdom. Shiva Shakti, sadhana practice, meditation, mantra, devotion, seeing divine in all beings. Philosophers like Socrates and etc. look at your life, act justly, seek the good and align with virtue. So in this game, the mechanics of this game are new tools that unlock prayer, meditation, mantra, contemplation. You learn to quiet the mind and listen deeper. Ethics and boundaries. You stop doing what harms your soul even if the world rewards it. Service, charity, helping others. You realize giving nourishes you too. When you give, it gives to you too. Honesty with yourself. Shadows, trauma, old patterns come up to be healed. Who are the bosses on this level too? And this is very important. Your spiritual ego. I am more awakened than others. I know better. Attachment of being good, needing to look pure instead of being real. Attachment to results. I meditated. Why isn't my life perfect yet? So how do you level up from here? You start to see every situation is a curriculum for your soul. People who trigger you are mirrors, not your enemies. Pain isn't random, it's a precise training. This matures into quiet inner knowing. Life isn't happening to me, it's happening for my awakening. And that opens up the level 3, the unity game. Name of the game, I am that I am. Role, the creator, witness, and lover. Main question, how do I express what I truly am? Here are the deepest things, what you need to see. There are still challenges, but less drama. You feel okay, even when things are messy. You experience moments of oneness, where the separation between me and life dissolves, where the love isn't something you do, it's something you are. Jesus has said, I and Father are one. The kingdom of God is within you. Buddha has said, realization of no self and emptiness. Compassion for all beings naturally flows. Shiva Shakti, recognizing that all of reality is one cosmic play of consciousness. Philosophers, union with the good, the one, the absolute, the ground of being. And you play the same game, but from a totally different state. You act, but you are less clingy. You love without owning. You create, but you don't confuse your creation with your worth. You allow emotions fully, but they pass through more easily. Life becomes less about fixing yourself and more about expressing what you already are. Awareness, love, and presence. Who are the bosses on level 3? Your subtle ego. I'm beyond ego now, which is ego. Despair about the world, forgetting that awakening can be slow and collective. Temptation to escape, wanting to bypass the embodiment and responsibility. But even these bosses are just more training for deeper humility, trust, and compassion. There's no final cutscene where you stop being human. You become, in Jesus' language, in the world, but not of the world. So why are we here in this 3-level game? We are here so consciousness, God, the divine, can experience itself as many, forget itself, and then remember itself through love, choice, and experience. Each level has a simple mission. Level 1, ego game. Learn that having everything doesn't satisfy if you're disconnected from your soul. Heart game, level 2. Learn that love, truth, and service matter more than image, comfort, and control. Level 3, the unity game. Realize that what you sought outside was always what you are. And let that love move through you for the benefit of all. So yeah, I don't know if that was interesting of any of you. Today's episode is a long one for this reason. I let you to stay as it is. But all I wanted to say that your journey is yours. Embody this, however it's going to manifest. And if that's going to manifest that tomorrow you get married to your twin, or you're going to get married to yourself, or to your heart, or you experience a beautiful moment of butterfly flying on your hand, then experience. It's all an experience. but live from your heart and live from your truth. Thank you for being over here. Like I said, whoever felt connected and want to share the story, want to have an upgrade, want to feel that they are ready to go into the next stage and let go of the obsession, twinflameawakeningjourney.com is there for you. There are all the sessions. I said there was a free session available right now, one voucher, my gift for Twin Flame channeling and talk. I give away for those who support this channel, because your support, your likes, your subscribe helps this to go to those who might need this when you needed it. And yes, for Bali now we have one bed available in the shared bedroom, separate beds, beautiful room with a beautiful soul. So if you want to come to twinflameawakeningjourney.com, that's it for today, I believe. Don't know if that was helpful or not helpful. Lots of love and lots of light.
Top down, hear the sound of the breeze carrying us away. Dust in the rear view, free as a bird. This is our time, no matter what they say. Every mile behind only brought us here. Now the road is clear. Shotgun ride on my Friday night. Sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got is this open road. No plans, just a cranked up radio. Ain't promising forever, ain't no end in sight. Girl, I'm loving the ride. Ain't no loving the ride. Oh yeah, loving the ride. Can't you feel this is real, you and me? Nothing in our way. Baby, we were born to run. Take the back road, let's make a great escape. Cause this life moves fast and we can't stop time. So put your hand in mine. Shotgun ride on my Friday night. Sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got is this open road. No plans, just a cranked up radio. Ain't promising forever, ain't no end in sight. Girl, I'm loving the ride. Don't matter where we're going, don't matter what we do, long as we got each other, just me and you. Shotgun